Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the AEW Unrivaled 9 Thunder Rosa figure from Jazwares. Thunder Rosa kicks ass and is an incredibly hard worker both in and out of the ring, and the question is, does this figure measure up? So let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this is one of the best looking figures in the Unrivaled line, hands down, and that honestly starts with this head sculpt. And so some of the likenesses recently have been a little cartoony, a little soft. This sculpt, I think, just absolutely captures Rosa's likeness, and usually a lot of that is hidden by like makeup, because you can kind of make up for those softened features with that. But where Thunder Rosa does the half makeup, the other half is just the face sculpt. I think they absolutely nailed it. Great expression for her as well, and it just looks great overall. So not only that, but the ring gear looks fantastic. Great shade of silver and gold. So you can see the tampographs there with the sugar skull and the roses. So just all excellent all around. And then you get the tattoo on the thigh. It absolutely looks fantastic. And one of the things I love about wrestling figures is that you can see little details that you might not notice in the moment when matches are going on. And like Mera Mera here on her kick pads, which is awesome. And again, fantastic shade of gold. Everything's super, super clean. Overall, the figure, just proportions are dead on. The only thing I think is a little weird is the feet are pretty tiny, but it's definitely not a problem. And I think it might just be a function of, especially with wrestling figures, just the knee pads kind of make everything kind of billow out a little more than it would normally, especially because you have a knee pad sculpt under that knee pad. So that's an interesting thing. But overall, just absolutely fantastic looking figure. We get an excellent loadout of accessories for an Unrivaled figure, and that's definitely a good thing. So let's jump right into it, starting with hands. Right out of the box, we get the Let's Rock / I Love You hand gestures, and then we get a couple of fists, and finally a couple of sea grips. So that's all for hands. Then for entrance gear, we get the headpiece. Upon seeing shots, I didn't know if this was going to be removable, but it very much is, and the sculpt is fantastic with 2 roses on the side, that skull in the center. Pardon me, my lights are kind of behind the camera. It's probably a bit of a mistake. There we go. So as you can see, really cool sculpt there, the nice touches of gold. Then we get the shawl here, the kind of leather shawl with the nice pieces of fringe. You got the silver at the grommets there, which looks excellent. And then we come to the back, we get Thunder Rosa, Mera Mera. Looks fantastic. So yeah, that's awesome. And then finally, as we've been getting with many AEW figures, we do get a pack of cards. And as I've been doing, we'll just see what I got. I opened this up, but I haven't looked at them yet. So come out, and I happen to get, let's see, Ortiz, Matt Jackson, and Justin Roberts. Pretty cool. So that's accessories. Articulation balance here are great, just as they have been with the Unrivaled line. So let's break it down top to bottom. And for the head, we are on that ball hinge, and we get a lot of room under this head sculpt. So we get to bury the chin. We don't really get too much up, again, because the hair is going to get in the way. But we do get a little bit of side to side, kinda. The head sculpt's a little bit loose. So that is that. We come to the shoulders, and we are coming into our Y position, just about. We have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, bringing us to about there. Hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. We get our ball joint at the diaphragm, which we got to work with a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not really getting any crunch there. We do get a little bit more back, and we do get some side to side. So again, just a result of the sculpt. We do get a swivel at the waist, come to the hips, almost full splits, definitely fantastic range. Then we get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bringing us to about there. Then we get boot swivel just above the kick pads. And we get perfect point, actually beyond perfect point, a little bit of forward. And then we get some rocker, which acts a little bit more like rotation just because of, again, how small the feet are. So that is articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here she is with some other wrestling figures, with some Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters, Finally, with an articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valaverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the AEW Unrivaled 9 Thunder Rosa figure from Jazwares is that this is an awesome figure. Absolutely top tier Unrivaled figure overall, certainly for the figures of women wrestlers. And yeah, just a lot. I like this figure a lot more than I thought it was going to, which is definitely a good thing. And not only that, it also gets me excited for the other 2 Thunder Rosa figures we have coming down the line, which are the Blood and Guts version, which is a ringside exclusive, and then she is getting a Supreme Edition sometime in the near future. No date has been set. So I'm actually excited for both of those because both of those are ring gears that I really liked and just overall looks that looked badass. So yeah, this is a great figure, and absolutely if you're a fan of Thunder Rosa, AEW, all of that, definitely pick this up. And this is currently showing up on various retailer pegs as well as online retailers. So I will be including links in the description below to some of my favorite online retailers. So check those out if you are interested. And all of that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, you can take it to the next level and help me with the ways listed at the bottom of the description. So yeah, check those out if you are inclined. And yeah, all that being said, I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.